I'm Tanya and this is Secret Forest Creatures UK.
On my mind, so sailing with hope and you were sure I couldn't agree that we were meant to be, but our love is what they talk about in movies. Our love is what they talk about, yeah, we were wild and free.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Woo, wow. Today we're going to be talking about my Fatal Fangs journey. So as you guys probably know, I've been knocked out of the competition now by the really wonderful Kieran from Alternative Inverts. I couldn't think of anybody better to knock me out of the competition, to be absolutely honest with you. When I first started in the hobby, Kieran and Rachel were probably one of the first channels that I ever watched, along with Sam from Bug Realms. And watching their videos actually put me in touch with a Facebook group, and yeah, Kieran spoke to me when I joined the group, gave me some really good advice, was really friendly, and we've met a couple of times. So yeah, it's I'm not heartbroken, I promise. I never thought I would ever get that far in the first place. I just wanted to get through round one and that would have been me done. So yeah, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm basically going to go through all my clips, my 6 clips. Obviously most of you have seen 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'll show you 5 and 6. And I'm also going to talk about some of the things maybe I would have done differently, some of the things that I liked, some of the things that I possibly would change for next time, and I'll also introduce you to the spiders that I used in my clips, because they've all got their own little stories and they've all got their own little characters and personalities. So let's get into that and I will see you at the end. So this year has been the first year that I've entered Fatal Fangs. I did want to enter last year, but unfortunately I was kind of offered at the last minute. I was scrambling around trying to get clips ready and somebody picked me to the post. I think there was 5 places on offer. And once those 5 places were gone, that made up the 32 contestants. Yeah, and I was just too slow. So I watched, obviously I supported everybody in Fatal Fangs 2, really enjoyed it, and I was absolutely gunning to get into Fatal Fangs 3. So as soon as Amy said she was taking it over and it was going to happen again this year, I was really up for it, started to work on some clips and yeah, managed to get in, so that was fantastic in itself. Obviously this year it's been 64 contestants, so it's been a lot bigger, but I tell you what, I have learned so much just in a couple of months, skills that will really stand me in good stead for all sorts of things, you know, my YouTube channel, just every day taking videos and pictures, editing, how to work my computer. So yeah, it's been a huge learning curve, but it's been so much fun. It really has, and I'm actually quite proud of some of the clips that I've produced. You know, if you told me I could have done that a year ago, I would have said, don't be stupid. So yeah, so this is clip number 1. you go. I'll talk about the clip first. So I was actually really lucky to get that clip. The HMAC, affectionately known as Francis, came from Sidex from the Invert Kingdom UK. At the time he was just having a reshuffle of his teas, and he was selling a few, and I asked him if he still had the HMAC available, and he did. So yeah, we got Francis. She is an absolute stunner. She's beautiful and she's so calm. Literally, I was quite worried about having an HMAC, and especially a sub-adult female HMAC. But do you know what? She's never given me any problems whatsoever. And when I first got her, I put her in her enclosure, which I'll show you in a minute. And for ages, and I mean months, she kind of just sat in one spot on the side of her enclosure. She did a little bit of webbing, but not a huge amount. And that's where she sat. That was her spot. And she would move to get a prey item, and then she'd return to the same spot. So when that clip was taken, it was quite easy for me to film her if she was sitting in her spot. And I was just really lucky with the locust walking up and then having the audacity to tread on her. Yes, that's what you get if you tread on a tarantula. So yeah, I didn't do a huge amount of editing on that clip, really. I put a couple of transitions in, did a few close-ups, didn't really mess with it too much because really and truly it didn't really need that much messing about, I don't think. And then disaster struck. Oh God, I chose a piece of music that I thought, oh my God, that's perfect to go with that clip. And I'd used that piece of music on my channel before. No comeback. It was advertised as copyright free. And I never had any comeback from it on my channel because I'd used it before. So when I sent my clips over to Amy, poor Amy had to then tell me, oh, I've had a copyright strike on your music. And I was like, oh no. Now, although a lot of people said, you know, that clip was really good without the music, music is a big thing with me, as you probably know. And I play musical instruments and stuff like that. And I was gutted, absolutely gutted that my clip wasn't going to be shown with the music how I had intended it to be. And at the time I'd just been through a little bit of a crisis in my personal life. I'd had a car crash and what have you, so I was a little bit oversensitive, and I got a little bit upset about that, and I thought, oh no, not at anybody, just the blooming predicament itself. And then I got a message from Amy saying, actually, I'm just going to show all the clips to the judges exactly how they are, and then when I come to edit it to put it on my channel, I'll have to cut the music. And I felt so much better after that. I thought, oh great, that's exactly what I wanted. So yeah, that was my clip number 1. Clip number 2. So my clip number 2, I used my sub-adult Poecilotheria regalis. Obviously a lot of people that keep pokies know that you hardly ever see them at all. She's quite reclusive. I rarely see her, to be honest. She just likes to be down in her little cork bark tube. She'll come up for food and then she disappears again. So I don't really see it. On the odd occasion she'll sit on top of her cork bark, but it's not very often. So I got Dan Dan, my pokey, from the really wonderful Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks. I actually won their Walk Like a YouTuber competition, and they sent me 5 new spiders as a prize, and Dan Dan was one of the tarantulas that they sent me, and I was absolutely over the moon because it is a beautiful tarantula. Now unfortunately I don't know whether it's male or female. As far as I know, it hasn't molted in my care, and if it has, I don't know where the molt is. It must be down in the cork tube. So I still don't actually know if it's male or female. But obviously affectionately known as Dan Dan after Danielle. They also sent me a Costa Rican zebra leg, who is called Rocky, as well as some other smaller spiders. So yeah, that clip, again, I didn't do a huge amount of editing with it. I was just lucky. I positioned the camera in the right place, knowing that it would probably come up over the cork tube and grab the prey item. And that's exactly what it did. So I think I slowed it down a little bit just so that you could see the takedown a little bit slower, because it was a quick one. And then I just took the camera off the tripod, filmed down into her burrow in her cork tube, and managed to get that nice little bit of her webbing up her prey. And you can see all the yellows and the nice colours that Regalis have. I mean, they're beautiful spiders, absolutely beautiful. So I was really pleased that I managed to get that clip as well. If I was going to change anything about that clip, it would probably, well actually no, I don't think I would change too much on that clip actually. There's a couple of clips that I might have maybe cut a certain scene or moved on quicker to a different part of the clip a little bit quicker, or maybe, I don't know. It's a hard one now when I look back on it. But yeah, that was my clip number 2. Clip number 3. So my third clip featured my mature male Nandu Tripepi, Percy, who a lot of people that know me know that he was one of my absolute favourites. He was actually one of the first large spiders, if you want to call it that I ever bought, and he came all the way from Poland, from Tarantula EU, or was it Spiders World EU? That one anyway, when we still were getting a lot of things from there before we left the EU. And he took a week to get here, and he was very, very grumpy when he got here. And at the time, I think I had possibly 5 slings and a juvie at the time. So he was one of the first bigger tarantulas that I ever had, and he was just such a character, really, really funny. I have some clips of him not letting me fill up the water dish and sitting in it. I've got clips of him threat posing me, clips of him running away from the prey. I mean, he was just such a character. It really did make me laugh. And he eventually made a sperm web, and I thought, oh God, he must have matured, because I didn't even realise, to be honest with you. And at the time, Francis from the Invert Kingdom was looking for a male for his adult female, so he got sent off to live at the Invert Kingdom UK for a while. As it turns out, he was a complete wuss and kept running away from the female, and as I said, Sidex was having a bit of a reshuffle of his tarantulas, so he said, I'm going to send you Percy back, would you like my female? And I also got a younger male from the Invert Kingdom as well. So they both came back to me, Percy and his girlfriend. I have a video about that, if you want to go and watch that. And I don't know whether the female just wasn't interested, or I just don't know. But she, when I rehoused her, she blocked up her burrow completely. And I thought, oh God, maybe she's going into pre-molt. Maybe she should hold off and maybe not try and breed them quite yet. And in the meantime, Percy passed away. So he never did get bred with the female, unfortunately. But he did have a good life. And I still have him in my freezer, debating on what to do with him at the moment, but he is very missed. And so obviously my clip number 3 was a tribute to my Percy. Again, I didn't do a huge amount with this clip. I don't think there's too much that I would have changed. I took that clip a really long, a long time ago. That wasn't a recent clip that I took. So I could only do so much with that clip, but I really wanted to include him in my Fatal Fangs 3 clips. So I did the best that I could with that clip. So I think it was okay. And here's clip number 4. So my clip number 4 was probably, out of all of them, I think my weakest clip. You know, when you get to that point when you think, oh God, I need another clip, and you just kind of have a mediocre clip that you have to put in because you haven't really got time to do another one. Having said that, my little Dursley, my little agent, is just so cute. I really love it to bits. And this particular agent, I have 3 agents, and this particular one was sent to me by the wonderful James at That Pet Page. I won his subscriber giveaway, and yeah, I just lost my big female agent as well, and I was absolutely gutted. And this little one arrived through the post along with 3 other teas. I think it was like a Portsmouth Tarantulas mystery box, and I was over the moon to have another agent. So you've probably seen some. I've got a couple of clips of Dursley, but I've got one that I made into like a little humorous kind of sketch, just because it just does some really funny things. So yeah, that's the story behind Dursley. Again, in hindsight, for Fatal Fangs, I probably wouldn't have used that clip, to be honest with you. It wasn't the greatest of clips. It was an okay clip, but it was, you know, not much action going on. I did get some nice shots of it, you know, some nice close-up shots. But yeah, in hindsight, I probably wouldn't have used that clip at all. But there you go. So that's yeah, that was my Dursley. And clip number 5.
Making them scream to the sound of the reaper. The reaper. The reaper. Making them scream to the sound of the reaper. Making them scream to the sound of the reaper. The reaper. The reaper.
So my clip number 5, I actually really like this clip. At the beginning of it, it looks like it's almost grabbed the locust and swung it by its arm, which was quite funny. And I put the clip together first. I did have kind of some music in mind, but I put the clip together first. And although there wasn't a huge amount of fang action in this clip, I did get some really nice close-ups of Bowtruckle, my Grammostola Pulchripes. Now, Bowtruckle was probably the 4th spider that I bought. I started off with 3 little babies, 3 little slings, and then saw this one on So Many Legs website as a juvie, so I ended up buying my very first juvie. And yeah, it's grown quite a bit since I got it as well. But it's one of these spiders that is a complete poser. It's always out. It always happy dances. It always eats for me. There's usually a good takedown, and the enclosure that it's in makes it quite easy for me to film and get some close shots in. So yeah, that was my clip 5. I eventually put the music on to the clip, and then my other half had said to me, oh, it really looks like it's dancing along to the music. And when I watched it back, I thought, oh, that's perfect. So yeah, that was my clip number 5. And the final clip number 6. Ta-da! So clip number 6. Oh gosh, do you know what, I deliberated on what order to put these in for days and days, and I just didn't know which order to put them in, and I ended up with this one being my final clip. Now this one out of all the clips is probably the first one that I edited. It is of my Juvie green bottle blue. Phoenix I bought at the Seas show in January 2000. God, lockdown fries your brain. I don't even know what year it is. Yeah, so Seas January 2020 I bought it as quite a small baby, and it's grown quite a bit since then. But yeah, as GBBs are, always eats for me. At the time when I filmed the clip, I had it in quite a tall kind of pot thing with a piece of cork bark in it, and I just managed to capture it coming over the cork bark. Now sometimes it would come up bum first and then turn around and come over. So yeah, I did kind of mess with this a little bit. I kind of really slowed it down because the actual film clip itself originally was probably about 10 seconds. So I slowed it right down. When it had come over, it kind of put one leg on the worm, which I thought was quite fun. And we did get some nice fang action at the end, which I kind of zoomed into. It's probably not the best quality clip, because I did mess with it a little bit. And also, God, this is another lesson learned. After I'd already sent it in to Amy, I watched it back. Somebody wanted to see them, and I watched it back and suddenly realised, I don't know whether you spotted it. If you spot what I'm talking about, put it down in the comments. And I thought, oh no, and of course I couldn't change it after that. So yeah, I love the music, that kind of music. It's a bit eerie, but it's got some nice bass to it. It's got a good beat drop and what have you. So yeah, I really like that music. So yeah, I thought the music went with the clip quite nicely. And yeah, that was my number 6 clip with my little GBB. So there you go, that was my Fatal Fangs 3 journey this year, 2021. I'm proud to wear my Fatal Fangs t-shirt of 2021. It's my first time ever entering, and I'm really looking forward to entering next year, Fatal Fangs 4, hopefully with some newfound skills, and you never know, I might have some better equipment next year, so I don't know. But I'm going to keep practicing through the year, using the skills that I've learnt this year. All the contestants this year really brought their A game. They were, you know, pow from the very first round, and there were some really fantastic clips. I never ever thought I was going to get to the quarterfinals, but I think that's just because of the path that my clips took. If I'd been up against other people, I probably would have got knocked out in the first round, but there you go. It is, you know, the luck of the draw really, of who you get put against originally. So but yeah, I'm really looking forward to next year. I'm really gonna try and practice my editing skills and my filming skills, and we'll see what I can come up with. But I think what I'm going to do, I'll probably post some Fatal Fangs type feeding clips throughout the year, and you guys can give me your feedback on what you think of them, whether I've gone overboard on the editing, or you know, what I could change about it. Give me some constructive criticism. Is always a good thing to know. So yeah, that is my Fatal Fangs journey. I just want to say a massive good luck to the finalists. As I'm recording this at the moment, it could go one of two ways, so I'm not going to say anything about that, but obviously I was knocked out by Kieran, and Kieran is my hero when it comes to Fatal Fangs. And I aspire to have clips as good as his one day, maybe. So yeah, so good luck to everybody, especially Kieran. Good luck to everybody. and may the best fangs win. Right, so that's all for this video today. I hope you enjoyed my clips. I hope you enjoyed my reasonings behind and introducing you to some of the tarantulas that I used for my clips. Take care of yourselves. The weather seems to have been cheering up. No more rain for a few days, so get out there and do something fun, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.